All right, welcome back, everybody, for another episode of the Wednesday Watch List. This is my look ahead to New Comic Book Day, October 18th, 2023. These are the books that are releasing this Wednesday, well, and Tuesday, because, Lunar and DC drop a little bit early, but these are the books that I'm looking ahead for this particular New Comic Book New Comic Book Day to either read, covers that I like, some incentives, some books that are actually selling for a bit of a premium, etc. Just things to keep an eye on as the week goes on. Hopefully you're enjoying this series as well as everything else here on the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe, hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling your friends so we can keep growing the channel as we are on our way to 3K. We are less than 100 subscribers away, so we will be hitting that very, very soon, at which point we will be doing another big giveaway for all of you. And that said, if you want to see what books you want to keep an eye out for this week, just hang on for a few seconds after the intro, and I will be right back. Alrighty, we got a weird week this week. It's not a heavy week. There's a lot of stuff that I want to read. I'll just say that this is a very read heavy week for me. Not a lot of books that are popping or jumping off or seem like they're going to be like the big book for this week. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. But let's start this off with the buzz books. Again, these are some books that I'm hearing some noise, hearing a little bit of buzz leading into this week, or the previous coming weeks that are finally dropping this week on shelves. So, with that said, we had to take last week off because I don't think they released any. But this week we got a few more of Chrissy Zullo's awesome DC Trick or Treat covers. I know people were excited for these. I like them personally. I made sure I ordered a set so I can have that for my collection because I do like the look of these. But here we go. This week we have 3 more, I think, out of the 8 total that will make up this set. We've got World's Finest, which has a pretty cool Crypto and Superboy or Superman cover, I guess. But, I mean, they're little kids, so, it doesn't make a difference. We also have a couple of others joining Superman this week, and that is Nightwing and Titans. So we get a nice little group shot. Again, these are just fun covers for the holidays. Get you in the mood for that spooky season. And I just think they're cool covers. And these are just open order variants. So depending on your shop, they could have ordered whatever they wanted to, but not many ordered that many. So these could be tough because maybe they didn't realize the demand these might create. I don't know. But so far, I'm not seeing these sell for like premiums or anything like that. But they are selling out in some online retailers because, like I said, people are trying to build sets and trying to add these to their collection. So just keep an eye out for them. All right. Finally, we had a bunch of connecting covers kind of like preceding this, getting us ready for this this event, I guess. I mean, it's not a major event, but it's kind of fun. DC is doing Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. This is just kind of fun. Like, I don't know. This is what comics really should be. This just seems like to be a fun read. I put this in the buzz section because, like I said, they've been building towards this for a couple of weeks now with a lot of those connecting covers on various Justice League books and other DC books, etc. But this just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to checking this out to give it a read. I mean, it's not going to be, Shakespeare or anything like that. But, I mean, come on. Godzilla, King Kong, and the Justice League. What more do you want? This should be fun. This one right here, I think is cover A, is a wraparound. So it is not a connecting cover set, but it is a wraparound. So you do get everybody there spread across that book. Multiple variants coming on this one as well. We got a Jim Lee with a bat mech fighting Godzilla right there front and center. We got another cool Godzilla over there. And then we got a foil as well. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good covers here, including some incentives. None of which are really selling for much of a premium, so don't go crazy for these, but these are out there if you're interested. There's a 1 in 25, there's a 1 in 50. And you look right there in the middle, there's a black and white version of that Jim Lee. That's a 1 in 100. Most intriguing, I think, for this week and for this title for this week will be these. You guys ever get those happy birthday cards and you open them up and they play like, Star Wars theme or a song or it says something funny? Well, they're bringing that to comic books because apparently we got a Godzilla and we got a Kong with a sound effects variant. So when you open it up, you're going to get a roar. I have no idea what to expect out of these things. I don't know how these things will last over time, like, for the mechanisms inside, how these will get graded, etc. Like, I have no idea what to come of this, but I can't wait to check these out personally. So I'm looking forward to these, and they should be a lot of fun. mind that price. These will be $11.99 a piece, so they will not be cheap. But like I said, if you buy those birthday cards, those are like $7-8 as it is, so you can't be too surprised by the cost. So again, I don't know where that little mechanism is going to be, if it's going to be in the middle, if it's going to be the back cover, front cover, or where. And I also don't know how that's going to affect any possible pressing, because there's going to be a little mechanism inside, kind of stuck in there. Who knows? Who knows? But it will be interesting, to say the least. I think this is fun, and I'm looking forward to these personally. Another thing I got here on the Buzz section, it's a book we haven't heard about in a while. This was all the rage. It seems like forever ago now, but you guys remember Dwellings? Fun, Harvey-style art, horror-themed. Dwellings #1 came out immediately out of the gate with 2 printings on like day of release and a 3rd printing on the way. Hard to find, 1 in 10 bloody variant. But now we get issue 2 finally in what seems like forever. And we've got a cover A, we got a cover B and C, as well as this bloody 1 in 10 as well, which is not doing all that much. I think it's doing like double ratio, but I mean, that's like at jump. Like I went to Midtown, I think they're asking $20 to start. So they're asking double ratio to start, and it wasn't sold out at the time that I looked. I don't know where it's at today, or when you guys are checking this video out on the replay on Tuesday or anything like that. I'm just saying, over the weekend, it was not sold out, the 1 in 10. You could have it for around $20. So, I didn't bother getting any more info beyond that. I know there were some pre-sales way back when the hype and hoopla around #1 was out, and people were asking like $40-50 for this 1 in 10 on pre-sales. I don't know. We'll see what actually happens this week now that the book is coming to our shelves. Do people care anymore? Do they forget? Are they going to get reminded? Is the fervor going to come back? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Another new release that's got a lot of FOC hype over the last few weeks, She-Hulk. So we're getting She-Hulk back again with a multitude of covers. We're getting a bunch. So Sensational She-Hulk is returning. This is cover A. We're getting a Scotty Young. We're getting new champions made-up sidekick. We're getting Avengers Anniversary there with all the female Avengers. Well, not all, but, a group of female Avengers. We're getting... Granov is doing an homage to himself 20 years later on this Sensational She-Hulk. So if you remember that one, this is kind of a redone, updated version of it. Pretty cool. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There's Lyrics Lee and a Ryan Gonzalez as well. Bunch of fun stuff. With that, there are also some incentives and a foil. We are getting an Adam Hughes foil, as well as a 1 in 100 on that Granov and a 1 in 50 on that Lyrics Lee versions, obviously. Prices on these are right around ratio, and the foil is whatever the cover price is, which is expensive. I think it's like $8 or something like that, maybe even $10. I don't know, but nothing's really selling for like a big premium yet. So, or if it ever will, who knows? I'm just saying, right now, everything's right around ratio, so I'm not giving you any pricing there. Early orders for like the 1 in 100 were like a lot, because people FOMO, they see it gets announced, FOC, I better order one as soon as I can, I'll give you $150 for it. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore, as I'm seeing copies sell for under ratio around $90, etc. So keep an eye on it. Who knows what will happen? Who knows how quickly these will go? I don't know of a ton of store exclusives, but I'm sure they're out there. I'm not really big into the store exclusive game, so I don't know all the covers that come out. A bunch of stuff gets thrown in my feed and I ignore a lot of it, but who knows? Who knows? That said, I mentioned it at the start. I do have a big reading list this week. See, even out of those, I want to read Dwellings. I'm not going to lie. I thought the first one was kind of fun. I want to read Dwellings #2. I want to read that Justice League book with King Kong and Godzilla, like I said. And I also want to read She-Hulk. So those could be included here as well. But on top of that, we are getting issue 4 of Big Game. Yes, you guys told me it was good. I hadn't read it. Like, I hadn't kept up. I've caught up. So I've caught up. Now I'm looking forward to issue 4 for Big Game. I mean, they seem to be offing all of these characters like left and right. I'm like, what's going on here? But interesting story. I'm down to see how this all plays out. I mean, time travel is probably going to undo some of this, some of the shenanigans here with a lot of these characters getting killed off. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, it'll be a whole new status quo once it's all done, I'm sure. But we're getting issue 4 with a black and white variant, as well as this pretty cool variant as well. I like that one best, honestly. But get that for the read. Kill Your Darlings has issue 2 coming out. Thought issue 1 wasn't bad. Bunch of covers here too. I got to pick up the pace a little bit because we still got a lot of ways to go. But we got issue 2 here. Multiple variants, including a Walking Dead anniversary issue. And then we're getting this, the elephant dude there. It's kind of cool. I'm pointing these out because there are incentives for this as well. And they are foil versions of these two. So the 1 in 25 is a foil of the cover A, and the 1 in 50 is a foil of cover B, C. I don't know what letter they give it, but you know what I mean. One of the other variants is a foil version for the 1 in 50. Prices, well, I couldn't really find any sales just yet, so who knows where these are going to go, but I would imagine right around ratio to start. Don't know if they're going to go above that or not. We shall see. Daredevil is also coming out this week. I'm a big Daredevil fan. I always have been. I know he kind of lost his way a couple of times throughout the years, but I always like to see the new directions for Daredevil. So here we go. Issue 2 now, I believe, of this new run. I mean, it's a JR cover. It's not my favorite, but there's the cover A. We're also getting cover B, and then there's a Stormbreaker zombifying things on a cover as well. Incentives, there's a interesting 1 in 25 as well as a Virgin version at a 1 in 50 for that Ramita. That again, I'm not in love with it, but it is what it is. Not really selling for much. They're under ratio or around ratio, so if you want them, they're out there. But keeping an eye on them just in case. I just want to read this book, so I'm probably grabbing. I forget which one I put on my list, but I'm just getting one of these covers. Just want to read the book, see where Daredevil's going, as well as Avengers Incorporated. Not a great start, but enough to pique my interest. I do like a good detective kind of story, noir kind of angle. We'll see how much of that's actually incorporated as we go forward. But Avengers Incorporated, also at issue 2, is coming out this week, and I just want to read it, see where this goes. I like this cover A. I also like the one here on the left quite a bit. And then there's a Wasp cover, as well as a JTC action figure. 60th anniversary of the Avengers cover as well. And there is one incentive variant, which is our book in the middle, a 1 in 50 Virgin version, which again isn't selling for above ratio or anything like that. So if you want it, it's out there, but that's the only incentive for this Avengers book this week. Up next, continuing the death of Mark Spector, we're getting the next installment. We still got a couple issues left before it's all said and done. So I'm still seeing this story out, seeing this play out before we got our brand new Vengeance of Moon Knight coming, I think in January or something like that. So we got to see the end of Mark Spector, and it's still playing out as we speak. This is issue 28 of Moon Knight. You got Hunter's Moon there with him. They're also got other variants as well, including that weird sidekick New Champions cover with the made-up sidekick, as well as a Stormbreaker zombified Moon Knight, kind of cool. And then I think the one in the middle is actually the Death of Moon Knight. Like, there's Death of Moon Knight variants being scattered across a bunch of these books as well. All Marvel titles for the event. And then there is one incentive. There is a 1 in 25, which is okay. Not in love with it, but it's all right. Also not doing much, so you're not getting pricing info there. And then I think my last Marvel book here is Incredible Hulk number 5. Philip Kennedy Johnson still telling a solid horror angled theme Hulk story I'm into. So I'm looking forward to checking this issue out as well. Not in love with these other covers, though. I'll be honest. I'm not in love with the New Champions. The one in the middle's all right. I'm kind of stuck in that box, but the other two, meh, I could do without them, personally. That said, there is an interesting 1 in 25 that we've seen Hulk go up against Man-Thing. That's kind of fun. So keep an eye on that one. It is a 1 in 25. You got that crazy long-haired Hulk going after Man-Thing. It's not selling for a ton, but it is a little bit above ratio now, so we'll keep an eye on it with some pre-sales. Yes, there was one for $15, but pre-sale around like $35. Asking prices are mostly around that ratio, up to $35. So again, not a huge premium yet, but who knows what will happen as the week goes on. All right, got to keep moving here. Get through this list. Apart from these, there's still other stuff I probably want to read that fit the other categories. So bear with me. I told you it's going to be a long week of reading. Hopefully I can get through everything. New number ones. Yes, some of those books that I listed in those other categories were already number ones, but apart from that, these other ones kind of stuck out to me, including Hack Slash. So back to school, Hack Slash, couple of fun covers here. This is the cover A. And then we're getting 3 more covers. So there's, I think, A, B, C, and D All cover price, no incentives here for this title. So grab whichever one you like. I think the one in the middle, the Tim Seeley, was sold out at Midtown for one reason or another. I don't know if that means that's the most desired cover out of the group or not, but yeah, it's probably my favorite. So would be the one I'd like to get, but we'll see. We'll see. I kind of want to check this one out too. And the other book that I thought was an interesting new #1 ties into a hot book from last week, which is Cyberpunk. So we're getting a new volume and story for Cyberpunk. I guess kind of building on the momentum of the game, I don't want to say new game, DLC, uploaded content, whatever. Some new interest is back, so we're getting a new title or a new mini series. It's starting here. So Cyberpunk 2077 XOXO 4-issue mini, 4 covers here as well. All cover price. This is the cover A. They're all pretty solid across the board. B, C, and D. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these if you're into this, because they all look pretty good to me. So grab whichever one you prefer. That said, moving on, keeping it rolling. Again, I got the fills tonight, so trying to get through this so I can grab some dinner and enjoy the game before I try to catch Monday Night Raw too. It's a busy night for me. Sorry, busy Monday. And also make sure when you guys are done watching this, you check out Kingdom of Nerds. They got the Monday Movie Madness show over on Bruce's channel. So I'm going to try to get that linked directly after this, so it'll just take you guys over there once this is done. That said, homages. We got a few. Not a ton, but we got a few. Obviously, this is very familiar to all of you. Rosie Rivets. So Ninja High School. I can't believe there's 190 issues of Ninja High School out there. But there it is. And they're doing a Rosie Rivets homage there. So, yeah, pretty clear. What I thought was weird, though, is this isn't the only homage to this cover we're getting this week. I don't know, but Grimm is also doing it this week. I don't know why, but they are. So if you want a more horror version of this cover, go with Grimm. Number 14, out of Boom. This next one, it's an homage. I don't love it. I'll admit it. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of when they do homages and then it's just the quality is just not there. Again, I'm not here to be overly critical, but Al Capone Vampire, whatever this title is, out of American mythology. Granted, they've been doing a lot of fun homages, and they're doing a Punch 12 here. And, God bless them for giving it a shot. But, I mean, I don't know. This just doesn't, it just doesn't do it for me. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, they flip-flopped a couple of the characters in there, but it's pretty close rendition. But I just don't, I think the original skull was just done better. That's all. So, I don't know. But I wanted to point it out. So if you're interested, not many Punch 12 homages. There's another one. We are getting homage to All-Star Comics with Statics #2. Don't know much about this title. I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about the title, but the cover jumped out at me because it is a classic. It's a DC classic. So, boom, there you go. So, All-Star Comics #3, getting the homage treatment there on Statics #2. If you guys have been reading Local Man, as we told, Tony Fleece told us about this book, dropped some knowledge here on the channel about a month back now. Go check it out. Go check out Local Man, as they're still doing some interesting Image homages. This is an Image title after all, so I'm sure you guys remember this Bloodstrike book with the blood on the cover, and it was kind of like, you could almost like feel it. I don't know. It was weird. Weird variant. Rub the blood. Yeah, exactly. You see that? It's not on the cover. Rub the blood. Whatever. But go check this out. Local Man #6. Fun homage as well. Granov, I guess, is getting nostalgic for his own work. Apart from the She-Hulk that we already looked at a little bit earlier, Invincible Iron Man #11 is giving us, again, an update to his classic, run. This is from the Extremis storyline, Best Defense Part 2. Iron Man was at 76, Legacy #421. So, whatever. It looks very, very close. You see some of the updates there with the armor. Some of the lighting's a little bit different. But all in all, it's pretty close representation to the original. Again, updated. So if you're into that, there it is. There is a variant on issue 11 of Invincible Iron Man. They're still doing that Tony Stark marrying Emma Frost storyline. I've not been reading it. I'm kind of curious, but with all those other books, I'm telling you, I'm trying to read. I got to prioritize. Can't read everything. So I might check it out to see what's going on. But there is a 1 in 100 incentive on this too. To keep an eye out for Virgin version. It is awesome art. Not gonna lie, it is a good cover, but you know, it is a 1 in 100. So what are you gonna do? I couldn't find any pre-sales yet on it, but I did find one listing for it, and it wanted to double up. It wanted $200. So there is that. I mean, again, it's the only one that was out there when I did the look. See, so maybe they'll get it, but you know, we'll see.
Let's go fishing.
Yep, going fishing with that price. But we'll see what happens. Love it or hate it, later prints are here. You know, I like some of them, and you know I dislike others. So let's just get into what we've got in this segment. First up, Rare Flavors. Still haven't had a chance to read this yet, but don't know if I grabbed the first print or not. I got to look through my stacks. I can't remember if I ordered it or not, but if not, I might just grab the second print just so I can give this a read. Does seem interesting. So second print for Rare Flavors coming out at a boom this week. Ram V giving us a new title. Also, for one reason or another, Saga 66 getting a second print. We were trying to guess what this might be for. I'm a little bit behind on Saga. I got to read this issue, and I think the issue before it. So I got to catch up on my Saga reading, but they did do a second print of this. So it sold out. I think there's a new story arc probably. But again, second print. So keep that in mind. Image does not overprint anymore. So when books sell out and the demand is there, they'll make that second print. I do like this next one. I like this better than the original Negative Space. But Silver Surfer is giving us this. This is what, issue 1, I think, of that Legacy whatever. This Thanos is pretty cool. You'd take out just the plain flat purple, and now we're giving us like a spacey, you know, cosmic kind of vibe background. I like it. I might just get this just for the... Actually, I think I already ordered one. Just like this, just for the cover. It's not selling for anything like that or selling out, but, you know, it's just out there. I just like the cover, so that's why I'm getting this one. If you're interested, we are getting a third printing of It's Jeff #1. So Jeff the Land Shark still selling out his printings, and we're getting a third for this one. Yeah, get it if you want it. Get it if you want to check this out if you didn't get the other two. I'm not in love with this cover, but, yeah, it is what it is. Now, we talked about this. I think I even guessed that we were going to get something similar. But yeah, Wolverine. Yep. 36. Wolverine 36 is getting that second printing. New cover. Not bad. I mean, it is new art. That's always nice to see when they do one of these. But, of course, we are getting an incentive. 1 in 25 for this as well, which is a black and white version of the B cover of the original title. So, you know, it isn't that original, but there it is. Not in love with this, but hey, they're going to keep doing it, so I guess you got to get used to it. Pre-sales on this bad boy. Well, pre-sales about double. $50, $45. Asking prices are quite a bit more, though. So you see what it actually sold for. $50. People are pretty easy to shell out $50. Again, those were September pre-sales a few weeks ago. So they got in early on those. But now the current asking price is $100 to $175. No, thank you. Personally, no, thank you. But it's not my money that's buying these books. You guys keep buying them, they're going to keep doing it. So, yeah, what are you going to do? All right, moving on. Let's just get to some covers. Again, and I got nothing against this cover. I prefer the color, but black and white, it's not terrible. Lionel Francis Yu, I believe, doing this one. I like it, but come on these prices. Come on. It's just, I don't know.
Not for me.
Yeah, I can't. Anyway, let's get on to covers. These are some covers that I like. We've spot checked a couple of these over the weeks with these Delato Artist Spotlight DC's been doing. I don't know. I'm probably going to have to put these together in a short one of these days because a lot of these are pretty good. So let's start it off here. Catwoman. Catwoman. Look at that. Artist Spotlight, variant cover, Gabriel Delato. Pretty awesome. I like the textures there. The work there on the clock. Pretty awesome. We're also getting a Nightwing. Not bad either. Again, Delato. We're getting Green Lantern War Journal #2 here. So you're getting the John Stewart with Hal in the background. Pretty solid Delatos. I'm just saying. I like them. I like them. And I'll probably put these together, like I said, into a short once I know all of the covers that they're doing. And I wonder if they're going to do this for more artists. I'm guessing. I mean, they have a whole little artist spotlight thing down below. I don't think it was just just for that, they're probably going to do it again. So we'll see. This book, however, Green Lantern War Journal, also had a pretty spooky cover. I could have put this in the spooky section, but it matched up here, so that's why we have it here. Or creepy covers, I should say. That's this 1 in 25. I don't know. That's just a pretty awesome cover. If you ask me, I like it. The rotted flesh, pretty solid. 1 in 25 on Green Lantern War Journal number 2. One pre-sold for only $12. $12. I'm in for $12 for something like this. I'm always in for a good ratio cover. If it's half cost, half price, or half ratio, I'm in. But asking prices, 35, a little over 60. So yes, someone bought one for cheap, but the current asks are a bit higher. So we'll see what happens, see what the market decides to do with this one as the week goes on. Because again, these are all pre-sale prices. This book won't hit until tomorrow. This is DC, so it'll drop on Tuesday. But we'll see. Up next, Superman. A lot of good covers on Superman this week. Don't know why. I think it's Superman issue 7. Here we got a David Finch. Just awesome look to Superman, right? I mean, there's a little bit of dead space there at the top. I would have preferred more of the traditional trade dress there rather than the minimal trade dress. I would have rather the big title above his head, and I think that really would have made this even better to me personally. But I get it. With the variants, because this is a variant, I'm not showing you the regular cover A. They do the minimal trade dress there. I just think it would have been better with the big soups. Other covers here too. We also have, apart from Finch, we got a Frank Cho. Not bad. Classics. Got an eagle flag behind him. Pretty cool Nakayama there with the color bleed where it's all blue. Makes him pop too. And even Greg Capullo getting in on the action. Now, it's just okay. It's like an okay soups there by Capullo. But I just find it funny that he's, doing Marvel. He's doing DC now. Just, some different books there. I'm not in DC now, but you know what I'm saying. Like, he's doing some different covers there. It's not all just Batman and stuff. So we're getting a Superman Capullo as well. Interesting. And of course, because we can't get enough of them, we are getting another foil cover. Let's reuse some cover art by Jim Lee from way back in the day, and let's give him a foil cover. So there you go. You want it? Get your shiny Jim Lee Superman. Probably looks pretty cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, the DC foil has been dull most of the time, so how they're going to dull that bright yellow sky, I don't know. We'll see. Also, Harley, black, white, and redder. I think this is issue 4. I'm not showing you the cover A, but I do like the cover B here. It's a Chris Bacalo. I think it's pretty fun. She got like a bubble gun there and, hasta la vista, baby. I dig it. I like this cover a lot. I think it would have been better if this was the 1 in 25, but I like this as the B cover because then I could afford it. Meanwhile, the 1 in 25 is not bad. Kind of like her jumping out of the Jack in the Box here. So get that too. Bright red makes this kind of pop too. So keep an eye on this one too. Not selling for right around ratio, so no pricing info on this one yet either. But something to keep an eye on because some of these other titles have hit on this series. Remember that Sozo Micah on issue 1, and I think we also had a different one that hit in issue 2 or 3. So keep an eye on these. Ghost Rider later. Bjorn Barons has been killing it on these Ghost Rider covers. So just giving you another one here. This is the regular cover. I dig it. But the one that really caught my eye was the 1 in 25 for this week. Mephisto there in the background. We had news. We know we're going to get him. That's who Sacha Baron Cohen apparently is going to be playing. So maybe we're going to see him eventually in the MCU. But apart from that, we can still talk about comics too. Underutilized villain, I think, of late. So it's good to bring him back. I guess Halloween time, it's time to bring him back. We haven't really seen much of him, I don't think, since Damnation, right? I mean, we probably have here and there, but I don't know. I just like this cover. It really jumps out at you when you look at it. I think it kind of catches the eye. Pre-sales are not bad either on this so far. Not a ton. I mean, yes, one still sold for $15, but a couple of those others sold for $30. And then the asking prices are closer to $50, $60 right now. And then there is one at auction that is way down at $6. Comic Biz, they always throw those auctions up. So who knows where that one's going to end. But currently looking for double ratio on this. And some sold for a little bit above already. So one to keep an eye on. And like I said, I just really like it. And it leads us in, again, spooky season, Halloween time, October. Let's get into some more creepy covers. Got a few for you. We got Horror Comics, number 27. Just those dead eyes. This looks more sci-fi than horror, I would say. But, yeah, there's room for that in here as well. I just think, like that cherubic face with the dead eyes, it's pretty creepy. So I like it. Headless Horseman out of Dark Horse. Couple of covers here. Granted, it's okay. Got a Medusa, headless, dragon riding, pumpkins in the front. Then we also got Magnola on a B cover. And then we got this other cover here. I forget who did the other one there, but some creepy covers here for the Headless Horseman special, for Halloween time. All right, and that said, we also have another Archie book here. Archie this time giving us Fear the Funhouse Toy Box of Terror. There's a couple of covers, a lot of store exclusives on that. Well, yeah, store exclusives. There's some store variants on this. Like somebody did a Stray Dogs homage. I think it was Golden Apple. The B covers like them in a toy box. I just like this one. There's just something really creepy about this one, so I just rolled with this one for the one shot. Oddball title here, just weird, caught my eye. Barber Macabre's Morbid Museum. I don't know. It just kind of caught my eye, so I just figured I'd throw this in here too. This is a thing I don't think many shops are going to have. It's one of those oddball things that you might find a shop orders one of. If they did, maybe you'll be that one person who wants to buy it if you're into that kind of thing. I don't know. Like I said, it just seemed kind of weird. Seemed almost like a little bit of an underground vibe here with the art. So I just figured I'd throw it in. Marvel 2 is getting in on the fun here with Crypt of Shadows doing their work here. We got Lionel Francis Yu doing the cover A. Then we got a cover B, which is okay. And then there is a 1 in 25, which I think is, again, Bjorn Barons. I think it's kind of fun. You got Man-Thing back there, Werewolf by Night, Living Mummy, Scarlet Witch. Kind of cool. Pre-sales on this? Well, again, nothing's really setting the market on fire just yet. But still, a little above ratio, 27, 30 bucks. Recent sales, asking prices, 35 to 60. So we'll see. Not a ton of movement, not a ton of high prices yet, which is also a good thing. I don't like seeing crazy high, high ratio prices. It's just the market can't sustain that. Like, don't get FOMO and start overpaying for things. I mean, like that Birds of Prey 1 in 50 is already like well less than half of the high of what it was selling for. So just take it easy. Take it easy. Books are out there. Don't worry. They'll come back around to you. If you miss it at the start, don't worry. You'll find one. That said, outside of Crypt of Shadows, spine-tingling Spider-Man is starting this up this week. So they're going to get a little more of a creepy horror vibe Spider-Man if you're into that kind of thing. There's the cover A. There's a Scotty Young. There's also a, I forget who's doing this other cover here. Rod Reese? I don't know. We got another cover there. It looks like Ice Cream Man coming after him. And then there are a couple of incentives. So we have a Virgin version of the cover A as the 1 in 100. And then there's a 1 in 25 mixed in there as well. Just something to keep an eye on. I did not find any pre-sales yet for the 1 in 100, but there are a few listed for sale. And obviously they're asking those $150, $130, $200 asking prices. They're all going fishing and seeing what they can
go fishing.
Yeah, who knows? See what they can get on the market. All right, that's creepy stuff. Let's try to wrap this up pretty soon. Get this done in like 40 minutes. Cheesecake covers. Maybe go for less. Let's see if we can get it in 30. Well, it's already 33. So, yeah, we'll go for 40. Cheesecake covers. We do have a few. Not too many, but we do have a few this week. Sticking with the kind of horror theme, we got Draculina. It's a Dynamite book, so yes, there are multiple covers. Apart from the covers, I'm going to show you multiples of these. There's multiple versions of these. You got like grayed out versions, virgin versions, 1 in 10s, 1 in 7s, weird ratios, etc. Draculina number 6. Pretty cool covers though. It's got the Linzer there, and that looks like a Marilyn Monroe homage there, but it's not. It's not red. It's got the silver background, but still pretty cool. Pretty cool in the Draculina. Also, we got a Vampirilla. Vampirilla versus Superpowers. I just like this one. This has that kind of classic Betty Page kind of vibe going for it. And I just thought it was kind of fun. So I figured I'd throw this one in here as well. You want to get in some more stuff? We can go over to the Grim Fairy Tale side of the world and check out Robin Hood Dark Shaman number 1? Pretty cool. I think it's like the B cover here. And then pretty awesome Dark Shaman, I guess, here on another cover. I think it's D. I think it's like B and D. I don't know. There's like 4 covers. They're not incentives, but these are the 2 that jumped out at me for this category, and I thought they were kind of cool. Again, yeah, it's not for everybody, but still pretty fun. There is also an Oz book, Oz Kingdom of the Lost #2. So we're getting Dorothy up there with a mech king, Tin Man behind her. And yeah, it's not bad. And then we also get this spotlight version here. I don't know, just kind of catches the eye. Maybe it's the white, but the shadow. I like it. I don't know. I just like the art. I'm probably not going to get this book because I don't collect a lot of the. I got nothing against Zenoscope. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they have their place. It's just I don't know. I just can't collect everything. My wallet does have a limit. So many books. I got to read this week. I might not be able to get all these covers that I like. But figured I'd show them to you guys in case you are interested and you want to buy it. You go ahead. Nothing wrong with that. You want your Barbie like vibe here? Well, our Antarctic Press has you covered. Tomorrow Girl Beach Off. You want to beach off? Well, there you go. I don't know, but still a pretty solid cover. But it does have that, he's got like the Barbie font and all that stuff, and obviously the blonde. You see what they're going for here on this cheesecake cover. It's not bad, but if you want it, go ahead. It's a swimsuit issue book if you're into that thing, so go for it. That said, last section, incentives. There's not a lot here. I already covered some of them in the other segments already. So this, I believe, are mostly 1 in 25s. I don't think I got any 1 in 100s or anything higher than that. But we do have a few 1 in 25s that just kind of caught my eye. Figured, let's share them here. Starting with My Little Pony, black, white, and blue. I don't know why I like this cover, but I do. I like that, like the grayscale, and then the colors make this pop. That said, I didn't see any listed or any sold yet. So 1 in 25, this could be one of those weird IDWs that gets a crazy high premium once 1 or 2 come to market. But when I came up with the deck, none were out there and none had sold yet. So let's see what happens this week. There is also 1 in 10, but this is the 1 in 25. That said, another 1 in 25 that I kind of liked was this one. David Nakayama, you got Catwoman, you got Lois, World's Finest. I liked it. Nighttime on top of the planet. Just a cool cover. Not selling for anything. This is pretty cheap. I think I've seen copies as listed as low as $10, $12, $15 for this 1 in 25. Go ahead and get it if you like it. I might if I find a cheap one. Because like I said, I just like the cover. I also like David Nakayama. I am a fan. So I keep an eye out for those kinds of things. Rose Besh has a pretty fun Batman and Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker. Man, way too many words in that title. But book 6. Pretty fun cover. I actually kind of like it. I don't know. But this is issue 6, the 1 in 25. It's selling a little bit, not too much yet. $15 on the low end, $35, $75 on the high end. Asking prices, well, same deal. Asking prices is $11 on the low end, right around ratio in the middle, and then there are still some asking prices asking $75. Let's see what happens with that. But I find it interesting that the range is so high and wide on both what's selling and what's being asked. I mean, if you want to go pay $75 when you can go buy one for $11, go ahead, go for it. It's up to you. But I don't know. I kind of like it. $11, I might be in. It reminds me, again, my son's been binge watching old seasons of Stranger Things. And this reminds me of when 11 went all goth and went and hooked up with 8. And yeah, I don't know. Something about that. That said, let's move on. Here we go. Another, this is the cover price cover, because I want to show you this first, because this is City Boy #5. Not been reading this title, but some of these covers do kind of jump out at you. I just want to show you this cover, because I do like this. This is Inyukli, I think. But I like it. It looks like a Swamp Thing chasing after City Boy here. But then there's also a 1 in 25. That's not bad either. And you got like the Swamp Thing kind of shirt, kind of spreading out into the background. I don't know. Not sure how many places are ordering 25 copies of this book, but none have sold as of yet. And the asking prices didn't even have the picture on it up, and they're looking for $60. Yeah, it's the same seller, but they're 2 different listings. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But is that it? I think that's all I got for you here. No. Sorry, not done yet. We do have Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I like this cover. Just something about the red cityscape in the background. 1 in 25. I think this is issue, what number are we at? I can't remember. There we go. Issue 11. All right, there we go. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, issue 11, 1 in 25. Copies sold pretty cheap. You can see 15 up to ratio, right around $25. Not too bad. Some of the asking prices are a little bit higher, $30 to $50. And then we got that one at auction as well. So we'll see See where this one kind of lands, but I just kind of liked it. And it could go. I mean, the asking prices are there. Not selling for above that ratio, but people are looking for it. So we'll see if this ends up being above ratio by the time we get to Wednesday. And we do have an Obi-Wan book. So Obi-Wan issue 2. I'm not a fan of these adaptations of the Disney Plus shows, but I do like this Vader cover. It's kind of fun. It almost reminds me of those, those shampoo bottles or bubble bath you would get. I don't know, just something about them just stacking Vader like almost on top of the back to tank just seems kind of reminds me of that. I don't think that's what they're actually going for. I think it's supposed to be like a shadow of Vader behind him or something, not an actual like, bubble bath bottle, but it reminds me of the bubble bath bottles. But it's still kind of cool. So EM Gist, I like it. That's why I looked at this. And, Star Wars fans are there. Price is selling a little bit above the 1 in 25 ratio, $27, $33. Asking prices are there as well, $30 to $50. So we'll see if that holds and maintains. But as of right now, that's all we got. Told you, it was a weird week. Weird week. There's no like one big book that I think everybody's chasing. It's kind of a lot of little things here and there, but plenty to read and plenty that I'm looking forward to reading. And that's really the point. Well, it should be the point of comics. Let's not forget that. They are there for our enjoyment and for us to open up and enjoy the stories within. And with that all said, thanks for the support. Appreciate you all. I will have more content coming your way very soon. I'm going to try to get Chasing Ghosts done for tomorrow. And then we got a tax show coming live to you on Wednesday. And then, Dollar Bin Digging and CBSI Hot 10 on Friday. Get Off My Lawn on Friday. SNS on Saturday. Dark Side on Sunday, etc. So more coming your way every day here on the channel. Just keep hanging in there with us, and we'll see you all later. All right, bye.